has been raining and even snowing for the past few days. It's currently May 16th and it snowed yesterday. There isn't actually that much snow in the city, but at home at the farm there is like actual snow, which is kind of crazy. I don't ever remember a time where we've had snow this late in spring. But honestly, I've been kind of really enjoying the gloomy weather. It feels really cozy, and it of course reminds me of my favorite time of the year, which is fall. Honestly, I've been quite busy in the last few weeks. There's no current updates for this room. I have not installed the new shelves yet. My parents are actually going on a little trip this week, so hopefully when they get back, we can work on the shelves and get those done. But I love having my printer in here now. It is so nice. I did some journaling like not too long ago. It was so nice to just stay in this room and not have to get up and go to the kitchen to access my printer. So I'm really, really happy that I finally have it in this room. And I finally bought a CD, cassette, and radio player. I bought this literally like 3 or 4 days ago, and I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I also just like love how small it is. Growing up, I had one that was like way bigger than this, and then I also had another one a couple years ago that was still a little bit bigger than this, but I love the size, and it's a Sony one. I don't know what's the exact I guess it's Sony model number CFD S50. I can put batteries in here or use the cords, and I love it. I haven't really listened to any CDs yet. I'm gonna try to see if my Twilight CD works that I bought at the thrift store a couple months ago. I'm so happy I finally got this because I've been wanting to buy this, I think, since like last fall. I bought this on eBay, and the person actually didn't live that far from where I live. And unfortunately, I did have to pay for shipping, which was kind of expensive, but I wasn't going to drive to like another town to go get it. So yeah, it came super fast, and I am very happy that I have this. I luckily have a few of my grandma's old cassettes, so I've been playing one of them, and I have like 2 old Christmas, they're actually like French Christmas songs, so I have those. I can't wait to listen to them at Christmas. But yeah, I've been listening to her like Mozart cassette that I have that has like thunderstorm sounds and like ocean sounds and bird sounds. It's really cool. I have a lot of fond memories of my grandma playing her cassettes in the kitchen every day, so I'm really happy that I have my own little stereo now. And I'm actually going to do some baking later today, and I'm probably going to bring this in the kitchen and listen to that while I bake, which I think will be really nice. Now I feel like I can officially fully try to collect more physical media because I now have a CD and cassette player. So I'm definitely going to be on the hunt now for more physical music, and I can't wait to grow my collection. There is a huge part of me that also wants to start collecting vinyls as well, but it's more expensive, and I don't have a record player, so I would need to buy one as well. But we'll just start with CDs and cassettes for now, and I'll be happy with that. I've been really, really struggling to read, and I feel like it's kind of a broken record. I always feel like I'm struggling to read, but yeah, I just haven't really been focusing on reading. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have been very much on Stan Twitter. I have been on the Heated Rivalry Stan Twitter circle for a while now. That is currently what is bringing me more joy than reading at the moment, so I've been, unfortunately, spending a lot of time on Stan Twitter. But I'm having a blast. I think it's fun. There are some ups and downs, but overall I've been having a good time, so I haven't really been reading because of that, which I know sounds stupid, but that is kind of why I haven't been reading a lot. And every time I try to read a book, I just completely zone out, or I just don't know what kind of mood I'm in. I did try to read some fantasies the other day, and I got to like almost 30 pages in, and I have like no desire to pick them back up. The first one is The Seventh Champion by Sylvia Mercedes, and this I obviously do eventually want to read, but I got like 28 pages into it and I'm just not in the right mood for it. Like I'm not in the right mindset. And sometimes I do think mixing up genres is helpful, especially if you feel like you're in a slump. So I thought, maybe instead of reading contemporary romance, I could read fantasy, but I just don't think I'm in the mood for fantasy either, because I did also try to read Direbound by Sable Sorensen, and this I got to page 44. I like legit stopped in the middle of the page because it was slow. It was too slow for me at the time. I obviously want to finish both of these at some point, but I don't think I'm going to continue these at the moment. Because I'm not in the mood for them. And I don't know if I'm in the mood for romance. I want to read something fast-paced, but I also don't want to read a fantasy because sometimes they're quite slow, and I don't know if I want to read like general fiction or if I want to read contemporary romance. Like I genuinely don't know what kind of reading mood I'm in. So later tonight I might try a few different books to see if something sticks. There's also so many books in June that I really want to read, and I keep thinking about like, oh, I just want to wait for like June releases, but the books I'm excited about reading don't come out till like the middle of the month. So I need to read something before that. Well, I don't need to, but I would like to. I haven't listened to any audiobooks. I'm not really in the mood for audiobooks, to be quite honest. Yeah, I've just been having a really difficult time enjoying other media. Like I haven't really watched any TV shows or movies either. I did actually watch the first episode of Off Campus, but I didn't really like it, to be quite honest. It's not that I think it's like horrible or anything like that. I think it's like an average teen show, which I do love shows like that. But I wasn't really sold on the acting or like the chemistry from the characters, and I just kind of didn't really want to waste my time watching the show. To be quite honest, there's other shows that I would rather watch. I don't know if I'll ever continue the show, to be honest. At this point, I'm fine with just like watching the first episode, and that's good enough for me. I didn't find myself like wanting to keep watching, if that makes sense. And I'm not comparing it to Heated Rivalry because the stories are very different, and The Deal, the first book, did come out way before Heated Rivalry, and the stories are just very different. But Hudson and Connor's chemistry has ruined the way that I look at other actors and their chemistry. I felt like the two leads did not have chemistry whatsoever. And I know this is just like based on the first episode. Obviously things could change, but if you're trying to convince me to watch the show, the first episode was not it for me anyways. And there's also been other shows that I've tried to watch since watching Heated Rivalry, and some of them are like romance based. And again, the actors did not have chemistry either. And I'm finding it like really difficult to believe and like feel connected to these characters or these actors when I don't feel that they have chemistry. And yeah, Hudson and Connor truly like ruined the way that I look at actors and chemistry and all of that. Like truly, they have like altered a part of my brain that I am finding it difficult to enjoy other shows, specifically like romance-based shows where the chemistry is very important. They have ruined that for me because I don't feel like any other actors have as much chemistry as they do, which is so crazy. I definitely could change my mind about Off Campus and maybe eventually watch it, but for right now, I'm not really interested in continuing. I really do need to try to focus on reading. Also, side note, I do kind of want to watch Midnight Mass. I know this is so random, but I got a TikTok of it the other day, and the TikTok was so good that I was like, okay, maybe I need to watch this. So I think that's going to be something that I watch very soon, as well as The Pit Season 2, because I haven't continued that yet. I think I only saw episode 1 or 2, but the whole season is out now, so I should definitely binge that as soon as possible. But those are like probably the two shows that I'm gonna watch next, and then I might do a little Heated Rivalry rewatch, to be quite honest, because I do miss it. I also have been watching hockey. The playoffs are right now. The Montreal Canadiens are in the second round currently. We have a game tonight, so if they win tonight's game, we move on to the third round. If we lose, we have one more game to play. So I've been watching a lot of the Habs games, and it's very exciting, and I do feel like we are going to win the Stanley Cup. I know that feels ambitious for me to say, but like I genuinely do feel like we will win the Stanley Cup this year. The fact that the team has just been beating so many records within the franchise, and a lot of the records are very similar to 1993, which is the last time that the Montreal Canadiens won the Stanley Cup. So I do feel like we will win this year. I do think so. I genuinely have been saying that since right before we started playoffs, that I felt like we were going to win. I knew after we beat Tampa that like we're going to win. So I will be very interested to look back on this footage in a couple of weeks to see if I'm correct. That will be funny. So I've been spending a lot of my nights watching hockey, which has been really fun, but also super stressful.